Oh, crunch, crunch. Loud noise. Okay, I had to cut that because loud noise. Going to a car wash fundraiser thingy. We're just all meeting up and running our cars through it to help raise some money for a family, local family. They went through a tragedy. I'm not gonna sing on here because it's not my place. But we're gonna go do that. Then I gotta go to Wes's house and do his wife's windshield. It's getting a pink tint strip thingamajigger, one of those vinyl strips. So, yep, let's go have some fun. I think we gave him a good line. Now I grab tools and some stuff I was using out here, and now I get to do the pink windshield banner. So let's go do that. Fuck it. So one thing worked out good this late evening. I actually stopped after that last screw up that you guys just saw and went inside and worked for about 6 hours. It's a little calming to get in front of a computer, but got a lot accomplished, and I know this episode is probably going to be sporadic and all over the place, and that is because of the launch of Villain Garage Works and me just getting rid of all the old crap and starting something a little bit new and different. Oh, big old kitty. Not really, big kitty. Easy on the claws, thank you. Seems to have turned herself into the shop cat. So, but next episode is really fun because with the launch of Villain Garage Works, I decided to upgrade my computer. Now, I've been using a laptop because most of my work, like office-related work, I just take it with me. The laptop with me, blah, 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 blah. And back in the day, probably 6 years ago, actually, before I switched to full-on laptop, I had a desktop and a laptop, and it wasn't a problem. I used basically a thumb drive to carry everything over, but now I can use cloud services and stuff to migrate everything from computer to computer and just, I don't know, I'm sure there's some kind of program out there I can actually do some kind of syncing between both. So, actually, I know there is. I might have to buy that. But I gotta go to town, pick up a copy of Windows, because that laptop is still good, so I need Windows on that laptop and Windows on the new computer. And I'm building it different. It's pseudo of a gaming computer because it has to be, because I do some CPU intensive stuff, not a whole lot. The video rendering, it's all going to be faster now on the new one, but it's something, I got into it, I built it with a very limited budget that I wanted to spend, which is about what I spend on a laptop every year, because I seem to fry the things out because of heat, because I'm doing video and then my software, all the programming and loading databases, moving databases, everything else. Computer gets really hot a lot. So, but that'll be next week. We're gonna do like I do with everything else and take it all apart and customize the living crap out of it. So, pseudo-successful episode. Yeah. So some things went right. So I think I'm gonna kill this episode. It seems like everything is working against me except for this. This is actually coming along really nicely. After I destroyed 2 sets of vinyl, which that was premium 3D vinyl. It's a really cheap carbon fiber, and I think it worked great for very basic stuff. And I mean very basic, like me peeling it up off the roof, it was sticking, it was tacking, the adhesive was too tacky, which would be great maybe for interior pieces, you think, but no, because as soon as you stretch it just a hair too much, like as soon as you start to distort that pattern, it whitens out. The Tech Wrap 3D carbon, or 4D maybe is what it was, Yeah, it was the 40. It was the gloss version. In the apple green that I have on my interior piece in the car. That didn't whiten out, and I stretched the living crap out of it. Like, I distorted the pattern, then I shrunk it back, and, all kinds of stuff, and never whitened out. And that's still cheap. Cheap vinyl. But I can't get it from Fellers anymore, because I don't know why. That's Fellers for you. They sold it for like 2 to 6 months, something like this. Probably like 6 months, and then it didn't perform well, I guess. I have no idea, and they got rid of it. I loved it. It worked great. I still have half a roll of black carbon fiber. But I don't want to do a black roof. Everybody does freaking black roofs. So, we will move on from this episode and into the next episode very, very, very shortly, actually. So, thank you for all the support, and have a good whatever time of the day it happens to be. I don't have a tagline. I'm not even going to try one today.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.